Welcome to HyberNation, a sleep story podcast. I'm your host, Sean. I'm here to gently guide you into a restful sleep with another soothing sleep story. Thank you for joining me. Remember to follow HyberNation on social media to find out about new stories being released. It's at HyberNation Pod on Instagram and Facebook. And if you enjoy the stories, leaving a positive review wherever you listen would be very much appreciated and help the podcast a lot. Tonight's story is called Vacation in the Himalayas. You'll take a serene journey into the majestic Himalayas, guided by Nima, your local guide. This tranquil excursion takes you on a jeep ride through the mountains, offering stops to appreciate local wonders and engage with the local people. One highlight of your journey will be meeting a wise sage who imparts their profound wisdom. Now, before we start our story, I'd like to invite you to join me in a simple relaxation exercise. First, find a comfortable spot and position. Close your eyes if you like, and take a deep, slow breath in, filling up your lungs, and then gently breathe out. On one of your next exhales, imagine you're holding a beautiful, glowing balloon. And when you're exhaling, picture releasing any worries, stress, or tension from your body and mind into this balloon. And when you're ready, take another deep, slow breath in, filling your lungs all the way up. And then gently breathe out and exhale all of your worries, stress, or tension into that balloon so that it exits your body and mind. Do this again if you'd like to, and soon we'll let go of that balloon and watch all of your worries and stress float away, allowing you to fully relax and focus on tonight's sleep story. After your final release of stress and tension and worry, exhaling it all into the balloon, then imagine releasing the balloon. Imagine watching the balloon slowly float away, taking all of your concerns with it. And then feel the lightness within you. Give yourself permission to let go now, knowing you deserve this time to relax and rest. It's okay to take this break from all of your concerns. Good. And now we're ready to start your travels. Let's begin your vacation in the Himalayas. You stand on the balcony of your beautiful hotel room, surrounded by the mountains, your feet grounded as the first light of dawn kisses the horizon. The majestic Himalayas stretch before you, painted with strokes of gold and amber from the rising sun. A gentle breeze stirs, carrying with it the soft scent of burning pine wood that infuses the air with a subtle, comforting perfume. Your eyes soak in the vastness of the view, and as the peaks catch the day's first light, your face mirrors the serenity of the mountains themselves. A profound sense of peace cascades over you, like the slow, rolling descent of the morning fog settling into the valleys below. These silent peaks have stood watch for millennia, towering protectors against the fierce winds, the torrential rains, and at times, the march of would-be conquerors. They have been of interest to thrill seekers, geologists, wildlife enthusiasts, and spiritual seekers. Each peak tells a story of endurance and change, a narrative not unlike the journey each person walks through life. As you gaze upon them, you consider the great dance of our planet's crust, the unseen tectonic plates below that have thrust these giants skyward. These colossal plates, hidden beneath the Earth's surface, have met and merged right here, giving birth to this awe-inspiring skyline. You inhale deeply, filling your lungs with the clean, crisp air, and let yourself be anchored in this moment. You lift the warm mug to your lips, feeling its gentle heat against the chill of the morning. The steam rises in soft curls, mingling with the mountain air. With each sip, the rich taste of your locally sourced beverage seems to echo the earthiness around you, infusing you with a sense of belonging to this grand expanse. The warmth spreads from your mouth down through your chest, a comforting embrace that soothes and calms. The freshness is invigorating, enlivening your senses with every breath. It's an atmosphere untouched, unsullied by the clamor of distant cities, offering a clarity that feels almost tangible. The morning mist begins its graceful retreat. It moves slowly, revealing what lies beneath with a gentle elegance. The snow-capped peaks emerge one by one, as if they are waking from a dream at their own leisurely pace. You watch, captivated by the sight, as the full splendor of the mountains comes into view, stretching across the horizon beyond the limits of your vision. The peaks stand resolute, dusted with a brilliance that catches the light of the now risen sun. The sheer scale of their presence is humbling. Yet in this moment, there's no room for anything but quiet admiration. The world feels larger, more profound, and yet intimately close, as if you could reach out and trace the contours of the distant ridges with your fingertips. Your anticipation grows as the last tendrils of mist drift away. You know that today is not just another day. It's the beginning of a journey unlike any you've embarked upon before. There's a happy excitement bubbling within your chest, and a sense of promise in the air, a prelude to adventure. The Himalayas stand before you, their peaks piercing the sky with an unmatched majesty. They are known as the abode of snow, and you can see why. Their summits wear crowns of pristine white that reflect the sun's first light with dazzling intensity. There is reverence in this moment, a connection to history and nature that fills you with a deep respect for the world around you. You tilt your head back, allowing the enormity of the Himalayas to fully register. There's an undeniable sense of awe that washes over you as you gaze upon these towering guardians of rock and ice. They've been here long before you and will stand long after. Their peaks, a constant in the ever-shifting tapestry of life. You feel small in their presence, yet not insignificant. The mountains do not dwarf your spirit. Instead, they elevate it, connecting you to the countless souls who have stood in reverence before them. You gather your bags and make your way out the lobby door of the hotel. As you step out into the crisp morning air, your gaze is instantly drawn to the Jeep pulling up in front of the hotel. The vehicle, sturdy and well-equipped for mountain terrain, signals the start of an adventure that has been calling you. Beside the driver, whose steady hands rest on the wheel, stands Nima, your guide for this journey through the Himalayas. Nima greets you with a bright smile, her eyes sparkling with the promise of the wonders that await. She's dressed comfortably in layers, suitable for the changing climates of the mountains, and her presence is reassuring, the embodiment of local knowledge and warmth. You find yourself immediately at ease, any lingering concerns melting away under the glow of her friendly demeanor. You compliment Nima's name. "Thank you," she responds with a soft chuckle. It means moon. It comes from Purnima, a Sanskrit word for full moon. Her words seem to carry a sense of peace, matching the serene surroundings of the Himalayan foothills. There's something almost poetic about it, the way her name aligns with the celestial body that graces the night sky. As Nima leads you to the waiting Jeep, she shares a cascade of interesting facts about the Himalayas in her gentle voice, which sounds almost melodic. The mountains are home to an abundance of diverse plant and animal life, each species a thread in the intricate web of this vast ecosystem. You learn of the rhododendrons, with plumes as wide as dinner plates, painting the slopes in vibrant hues of reds and pinks as you ascend through different altitudes. You can almost hear the distant calls of exotic birds that glide above the treetops, their feathers glinting like jewels in the sun. Nima mentions the elusive snow leopard, a ghostly presence against the stark landscape. Your mind dances with images of musk deer and red pandas, creatures you've only seen in books or behind glass walls, now roaming free in their natural habitat. The air is cool and crisp, mingling with the scent of the pine needles that carpet the earth. You walk toward the Jeep, where the driver stands by, the vehicle poised to carry you deeper into the heart of these ancient mountains. The seats look comfortable, inviting you to sink into them as you prepare for the journey ahead. Nima helps you find your place, ensuring that everything is to your liking. Her attention to detail making you feel cared for and secured. The engine hums to life, a subtle promise that it's ready to navigate through the terrain that has been traversed by generations before you. As you settle in, your heart swells with a sense of adventure, yet also a profound tranquility as you're about to embark on a journey not just across land, but through time. The Jeep begins to ascend, climbing steadily into the heart of the Himalayas. You notice the change in landscape as the urban sites of the hotel recede. They are replaced by the untouched beauty of nature. The road ahead winds gracefully, a ribbon threading through greenery that grows more lush with each turn. Sunlight filters through the canopy overhead, creating dappled patterns that dance on the dashboard. To your side, the terrain falls away to reveal a valley where waterfalls cascade like liquid silver, their distant roar a soothing undertone to the Jeep's gentle hum. Mist rises from where water meets rock, creating rainbows that flicker in and out of existence. It's a scene so tranquil, it seems as though the world beyond this place is a distant memory, and all that exists is the here and now. Nima begins to recount tales of olden times, her voice soft but clear. She speaks of pathways carved into the mountainside by the feet of countless traders and pilgrims, each one with a story of their own. These paths, invisible to the untrained eye, are etched deep in the land and culture. Traders once carried spices and silks, she tells you, while pilgrims sought spiritual solace. Each step a meditation, each breath a prayer. As the Jeep rounds another bend, Nima's stories continue, painting vivid images of bustling markets and serene monasteries that once dotted these ancient trails. Nima describes how the mountains have watched over these journeys for millennia. Her words invite you to imagine caravans resting under the stars. With each new tale, you feel more connected to the timeless spirit of the Himalayas, a part of its ongoing narrative. The Jeep continues its ascent, but there's no rush, only the leisurely pace of discovery. You feel the Jeep come to a gentle stop, a silent invitation to step out into the embrace of nature. Your feet touch the soft earth, and you take a deep breath, filling your lungs with the crisp mountain air. It carries the subtle scent of wildflowers and pine, a natural freshness that calms your senses. Around you, the flora of the Himalayas reveals itself in a myriad of shapes and colors. Delicate rhododendrons add splashes of pink and red to the landscape, while the vibrant greens of mosses and ferns paint the ground beneath ancient trees. You notice the leaves rustling softly in the breeze, a soothing sound that accompanies the distant chirping of birds hidden in the canopy above. Nima points toward a cluster of bushes where a small family of pika scurry about, their fur blending with the rocks and soil. The pikas are close relatives to rabbits, Nima tells you. Small, round creatures with soft brown fur blending into the rocky terrain. Their tiny paws move swiftly as they play, their movements almost appearing like a dance. You watch in quiet delight as they play hide and seek, a reminder of the simple joys found in these mountains. Further away, a majestic hawk circles in the sky, its wings spread wide as it rides the currents, surveying the land below. As you return to the Jeep, the journey continues, winding through the mountain passes. With each turn, the scenery transforms, a clear stream reveals itself, its waters dancing over pebbles and creating a melody that joins the whispering wind. The sun casts its golden rays upon the water, turning it into a shimmering ribbon that winds through the valley. The landscape stretches out before you, an ever-changing canvas. Lush meadows, dotted with grazing yaks, give way to steep cliffs where hardy shrubs cling to life. In this place, far from the rush of the world, time seems to stand still as you are completely immersed in the present moment. As the Jeep carries you deeper into the heart of the mountains, you find yourself enveloped in the serenity of the moment, eager for the wonders that await around the next bend. Nima points out a distant peak, its snow-capped summit piercing the sky like a natural skyscraper. This is the Himalayas in all their majesty, home to several of the world's highest summits. Did you know, Nima says softly, that these mountains are so high, some peaks have never felt a human footstep? The thought fills you with wonder. The unexplored and untouched just within sight. Surrounded by this vastness, you learn from Nima that the region hosts a multitude of ecosystems, from subtropical forests to Arctic-like tundra higher up. Each zone, she explains, shelters unique species. There are elusive snow leopards, seldom seen but leaving faint tracks on the snowy ledges. Red pandas with rust-colored fur and endearing faces nestle among the branches of fir and birch, while the Himalayan monal, a bird with iridescent plumes, flutters through the rhododendron bushes. As the Jeep navigates another bend, the air cools, a sign of gaining altitude. You pass small villages where smoke curls from the chimneys, and the scent of burning cedar wood mingles with the crisp mountain air. Nima mentions that these communities rely on the mountains for everything, from the water in their wells to the medicinal herbs growing wild in their backyards. With each mile traveled, the landscape changes subtly. You watch in quiet awe as terraced fields carved into the hillside reveal the ingenuity of those who farm these slopes. A sudden clearing offers a panoramic view, a valley cradled by mountains where the play of light and shadow creates a dynamic painting that changes by the second. Nima continues to share tales, recounting how generations of traders crossed these very paths, weaving a web of routes known as the Silk Road. You imagine caravans laden with goods traversing these treacherous paths, the same paths that now lead you further into the heart of the Himalayas. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the peacefulness wash over you. When you open them again, the scenery has transformed once more. Now there are dense forests that house myriad birds whose songs create a harmonious symphony. The Jeep slows, allowing you to observe a herd of blue sheep with magnificent horns, balancing expertly on a rocky outcrop. Moving onward, the ascent becomes steeper, the mountainside more dramatic. Every turn brings a fresh perspective, an invitation to marvel at the natural splendor. The layers of the Himalayas unfold before you, each one telling a story of time and the elements, of resilience and adaptation. Your journey with Nima is not just a passage through landscapes, but also through knowledge and stories that deepen your connection to this majestic place. With every fact shared and every vista revealed, you're drawn deeper into the embrace of the Himalayas, eager for the tranquility and revelation each new elevation promises. The jeep ascends a gentle slope, and as it crests the hill, you're greeted with an expanse of alpine meadows stretching out to meet the horizon. The sun casts a warm golden light that bathes the landscape in a serene glow. You take a deep breath, the air crisp and invigorating, and let your gaze wander across the peaceful scene. A sense of calm envelops you as you watch delicate wildflowers nodding in the breeze. With each passing moment, the beauty of the Himalayas seeps deeper into your consciousness, filling you with an overwhelming sense of gratitude. There's a quiet majesty here, a purity that transcends words, and you find yourself lost in thought, reflecting on the vastness of nature and the small yet significant part you play within it. Nima points out a distant peak, its summit shrouded in mist, where legend says ancient deities once walked. You imagine the silent footsteps of mythic beings over the rocky terrain and feel a connection to the past, to stories told around firesides and under starry skies. As the jeep ambles into the heart of a village, you feel an immediate embrace from the community. Smiling faces peer out from doorways and windows, their eyes crinkling with genuine delight. Children wave eagerly as they step alongside the vehicle, their laughter a soothing melody to your ears. The sense of belonging here is almost tangible, a very warm hospitality. Stepping out onto cobbled pathways, you're greeted by the market's vivid embrace. Stalls adorned with canopies in a kaleidoscope of colors beckon you forward. Each step brings a new discovery. Scarlet peppers, piled high like precious gems. Indigo fabrics fluttering in the gentle breeze. Golden threads of saffron glinting in the sunlight. You're drawn into the dance of scents that swirl through the air. The earthiness of fresh herbs, the tang of citrus, the sweet allure of baked goods promising comfort. Around you, the hum of conversation mingles with the rhythmic tapping of artisans at work. The delicate clink of pottery being carefully set out for display. The soft shuffle of feet on stone. Every sound a thread in the rich tapestry of daily life unfolding before your eyes. Here, in this bustling heart of commerce and connection, you find yourself not just a spectator, but a welcomed guest, invited to savor each moment as it blooms brightly around you. You walk further, the soft murmur of voices inviting you to lean in closer. With each step, curiosity blooms within you. Here, a vendor showcases handcrafted jewelry, intricate designs that hold stories of tradition passed down through generations. You pause, admiring the delicate workmanship as the artisan shares how each piece is imbued with meaning, representing milestones and celebrations. Nodding in appreciation, you drift onward, where a potter spins clay into life. The wheel hums a quiet rhythm, and you watch, mesmerized by the dance of hands molding earth into form. He explains with pride how this craft nourishes their culture, a heritage preserved in every finished vessel. Laughter trickles through the air as children play games among the stalls. Their joy weaves seamlessly into the marketplace's fabric, a thread of happiness that stitches together the community. Music joins the symphony of sounds, notes from a flute floating above the chatter, harmonizing with the pluck of stringed instruments. The melody is lively, yet soothing. The air vibrates with celebration. Each note and chuckle, a reminder of the simple pleasures that unite us. You feel it, a shared heartbeat pulsing through the market, a rhythm of life lived fully and savored in the present. As the sun traces its arc through the sky, the day unfolds gently around you. You step forward on the cobblestone path and find yourself drawn to a row of stalls laden with nature's bounty. The scent of ripe fruits wafts through the air, sweet and inviting, as you approach the fruit seller's stands. Before you lies a vibrant mosaic of walnuts, almonds, dried apricots, and pine nuts, each glistening as if kissed by honeyed sunshine. With every breath, you're immersed in the fragrance of fresh produce, the nutty aroma mingling with the tang of dried fruit. Your fingers graze over the offerings, feeling the rough texture of walnut shells, the smoothness of almonds, the chewy softness of apricots. You can almost taste the natural flavors, imagining how they would blend harmoniously on your tongue. The vendors watch you with a gleam in their eyes, their smiles wide as they recognize your curiosity. It is an unspoken invitation to ask, to explore the stories that each variety holds. You inquire about the unique blends, letting genuine interest guide your words. A seller shares proudly that the honey drizzled over the nuts is harvested from bees that dance among mountain flowers, a local secret to the sweetness. You nod, savoring this new knowledge as if it were a morsel of the treats before you. Another vendor beams as you point to a bag of dried fruits, explaining that they are sun-dried on rooftops, nature's own method of preserving the succulence within. Each piece of information is a thread weaving you closer to the community, to their lives intertwined with the art of cultivation. Gratitude fills you, a warmth that mirrors the sun overhead. It is not just the food that nourishes, but also the exchange of smiles, the sharing of heritage that feeds your soul. As you move along from stall to stall, the sense of fulfillment blossoms inside you. The market is not simply a place of commerce, but a sketch of life's vivid hues, rich with the tapestry of tradition and the joy of discovery. And as the day continues on its steady course, you carry with you the sweetness of the village market, a memory to cherish like the finest of honeyed delicacies. You step further into the heart of the market, where the air is rich with the scents of spices and the hum of barter. Here, amidst a stall decorated with vibrant fabrics, you find Nima, her eyes alight with the joy of sharing her world with you. She is a fount of knowledge, eager to pour forth the history and customs that pulse through these mountains. As you pause by a stand laden with handcrafted wares, Nima joins your side, pointing to the woven baskets and dyed fabrics. In her soft, melodic voice, she explains how agriculture shapes the rhythm of life here. Golden fields of barley in the autumn, the springtime blossoming of apple orchards. Each season is a brushstroke on the canvas of community. Your curiosity draws your attention to a display of wool garments, their patterns as intricate as the stories they hold. The vendor, with hands as weathered as the Himalayan peaks, catches your interest and nods, his face creasing into a smile that speaks volumes. He shares tales of sheep grazing on highland pastures, of wool spun by the firelight during long winter evenings. You feel the pride in his craft, the legacy threaded through each piece. Nima adds that these communities also thrive on the visitors who come seeking beauty and tranquility, just as you have. Your presence here is a gentle ripple in the economy of these highlands, supporting traditions and ensuring their continuance. Questions arise within you, natural and unhurried, about the lives that weave together in this place. Each answer draws you closer to understanding the delicate balance of nature and nurture in the Himalayas. As vendors relay their experiences with animated faces, the market becomes more than a space for trade. It transforms into a living chronicle of shared heritage and enduring culture. With every step you take, guided by Nima's insights and the vendors' narratives, the market unfolds as a storybook. Each page turned, offering a new vista into the heart of the Himalayan spirit. As you turn a corner, a new section of the market welcomes you, bustling with a symphony of subtle sounds that speak of life in its purest form. The locals, noticing your deep interest, share smiles that bridge any gap between visitor and native. Their eyes twinkle with a familiar light, one of recognition that you too admire the same beauty they wake up to every day. It's in these exchanges, silent yet significant, that a kinship forms, a silent acknowledgement of the shared appreciation for the world around you. Your steps slow, almost instinctively, allowing you time to breathe in the essence of this place. The air here is different. It carries the freshness of mountain breezes, mixed with the warm scents wafting from nearby food stalls. You pause by a display of hand-woven baskets, their patterns not just designs, but stories of tradition. Each weave a testament to the hands that crafted them. Nima stands beside you, her presence a comforting reminder of the community's warmth. The market around you hums with activity, yet within this hive of motion, there's a peace that settles over you. You find yourself standing still amidst the flow of people, an island in a stream, observing life as it dances by. Children dash by with giggles that echo the innocence of youth, while elders oversee the market with serene faces carved from a lifetime of wisdom. As you take this all in, the connection with this place deepens. Each smile from a vendor, each nod of acknowledgement binds you closer to the rhythm of Himalayan life. Nima's silent company reminds you that here, in this village, life moves at a pace that allows for reflection, for savoring each moment as it comes. As the market buzzes around you, you let yourself be present in the story unfolding, aware that this tapestry of life is one you are now intricately woven into. You and Nima turn away from the market and head back towards the jeep. There's no need for words. Your shared smiles speak volumes, echoing the day's joy and the satisfaction of souls well fed by the richness of culture and kinship. The engine of the jeep comes to life with a gentle purr. Nima's eyes are alight with excitement as she turns to you. She tells you that this next part of the journey will be very special and hopefully transformative. She says the next stop will take you deeper into the recesses of the Himalayas to visit a wise sage who makes his home in a cave in the mountains. Your interest is piqued as the jeep driver navigates the winding paths with practiced ease. His quiet presence, a steady companion to the tales Nima shares. As the vehicle ascends, Nima tells you more about the sage, a being whose years of meditation have woven into the very fabric of these mountains. Over 3 decades of stillness and contemplation in a hidden cave, they say, have bestowed upon him an ocean of wisdom and insight on how to be at peace and happy and free in life. You feel an inner tug, a curiosity to meet this person who has exchanged the chaos of the world for the serenity of solitude. It's intriguing, the idea that soon you'll be able to pose questions to this sage and receive guidance wrapped in his loving wisdom. The landscape outside shifts, rocks and earth giving way to lush greenery as the jeep slows to a halt. The door opens, and stepping out, you find yourself at the threshold of a serene forest. Nima leads, her steps soft upon the earth, guiding you along a path dappled with shadows and light. Sunlight filters through the canopy above, casting a warm, spotted pattern on the ground before you. With each step, the sounds of the forest rise up, a symphony of rustling leaves and distant bird calls. This place feels like a sanctuary, untouched and pure. And as you walk, a peacefulness settles within you, matching the gentle rhythm of your own breathing. The trees stand tall and reassuring, their branches swaying softly as if to welcome you into their midst. You can't help but feel that every step on this journey is a step closer to tranquility, to the wisdom waiting silently in the heart of the Himalayas. The path under your feet begins to rise, sloping gently upward as it winds through the hushed forest. With each step, you feel the incline in your legs, a comforting reminder of the journey's progress. The air grows crisper, fresher, filled with the scent of pine and earth. Above, the canopy parts now and then, offering fleeting glimpses of the majestic mountains that loom in the distance, their peaks shrouded in a soft veil of mist. As the climb gradually levels off, your eyes catch sight of an opening ahead, nestled between the embracing arms of nature. Nima, ever present at your side, leads you towards the entrance of the secluded cave. It feels as if the world has been holding its breath, waiting for this moment of discovery. The mouth of the cave is framed by wildflowers, vivid bursts of color against the green backdrop. They nod in the breeze as if acknowledging your arrival. Moss-covered rocks guard the entryway, adorned with the patina of time. They are nature's artwork, intricately detailed and beautifully aged. Here, at the threshold of hidden wisdom, the world outside begins to fade. Stepping forward, you cross the threshold of the cave with Nima. The air changes here, cooler and fresher, as if the very breath of the mountains has come to greet you. A gentle breeze brushes against your face, carrying with it the faint scent of earth and stone. Ahead, in the part of the cavern that feels like a sanctuary, there sits a figure so still that for a moment you might mistake them for another of the cave's timeless statues that decorate the walls of the cave. This figure is the sage, settled on a simple woven mat with legs crossed and hands resting gently in his lap. His posture is one of effortless grace, a testament to years spent in meditation and contemplation. The air around the sage is imbued with an almost tangible serenity, as if their peaceful state extends beyond the physical boundaries of his being. As you draw near, the sage's eyes flutter open, revealing a depth of joy and tranquility within. It's as if his gaze holds the quiet majesty of the mountains themselves. Each line on his face, a story of kindness and understanding. You can't help but feel an immediate sense of connection. This person, without having spoken a word, communicates a profound enlightenment. Beside you, Nima stands with bowed head and hands clasped before her heart. She speaks softly, her voice barely more than a breath, yet it carries the weight of deep respect. "This is the wise sage I told you about," she tells you, her tone laced with reverence. Her words are few, but they frame the significance of this encounter. Meeting someone whose life is dedicated to the pursuit of wisdom and inner peace. The light that filters through the cave opening seems to gather around the sage, casting a gentle glow that highlights the contours of his serene expression. You sense the layers of your own thoughts beginning to settle, as if in response to the sage's calm presence. Here, in the silence of the cave, with the soft whisper of your own breathing and the distant sound of leaves rustling at the entrance, you feel yourself becoming present in a way that is rare and precious. His warm smile greets you, the sage's eyes reflecting kindness and an ageless wisdom. You feel a gentle wave of love and serenity emanating from this enlightened presence. The sage motions invitingly towards the colorful wool blankets spread out on the stony floor, their hues reminiscent of the vibrant marketplace where Nima had earlier chosen her thoughtful offerings. Settling onto the soft fabric, you assume that these are meant for visitors like yourself, seeking guidance from the sage. Beside you, Nima presents him with dried fruits and nuts, along with a bottle of fragrant tea, a humble token of gratitude. With a grateful nod, the sage acknowledges the gesture, hands coming together in a symbol of prayerful thanks. In the hushed ambiance of the cave, the sage's voice emerges, calm and harmonious. It's as if he's speaking directly to your soul, addressing unspoken thoughts that whirl within your mind. The sage tells you to give up comparing yourself to others. Comparison, he tells you, siphons away the joy inherent in your unique journey. You immediately recognize your own habit of measuring your life against others, the silent thief of contentment. Thoughts of hours wasted on social media in comparison to others floods your mind, and you realize this is a message just for you. Comparison, you hear the sage say, is the path to envy and discontent. You're reminded to cherish your individuality, to embrace the present moment with mindfulness. It's a call to inner peace, an invitation to inhabit each second fully without the shadow of self-doubt. You are exactly where you need to be, the sage tells you, and it resonates within you, affirming that you are enough just as you are. The sage's wisdom seeps into your consciousness, dissolving the societal metrics of success that so often cloud your perception. Wealth, status, these are transient and cannot define a truly successful existence, he tells you. Peace, happiness, joy, and love, these are the true measures of a well-lived life, the sage imparts. Encouraged to nurture these qualities within yourself and share them freely. You sense a shift, a lightness in your being. Surrounded by the ancient stones, inscribed with symbols of sacred truths, you bask in the newfound clarity. In the company of the sage, you understand that real success is found not in outward signs, but in the cultivation of the heart's garden, where every act of kindness blossoms into joy. The sage then tells you, practice forgiveness. Comfortably seated on the colorful wool blankets, you feel a sense of release as the sage's words about forgiveness begin to permeate your thoughts. The idea that forgiveness is an act of love, not just for others, but for yourself. The thought nestles into your heart like a seed seeking fertile ground. As you sit there, with the cool cave air brushing against your skin, you internalize the notion that holding onto grudges and allowing anger to fester is akin to willingly drinking poison. You visualize the act of forgiving as releasing a heavy weight that you've been carrying, perhaps without even realizing it. The burden lifts, and in its place, a warmth spreads through your chest. A warmth that feels like compassion for both yourself and those who have wronged you. You understand now that forgiveness doesn't excuse their actions. Rather, it frees you from the chains of resentment, allowing you to move forward with grace. The sage's presence, a silent beacon of wisdom, guides this inner transformation. There's no sound except for the occasional drip of water echoing off the walls. Each droplet a reminder of the passage of time and the healing it can bring. As if sensing your readiness for more understanding, the sage shares the next pearl of wisdom: gratitude. In this moment of stillness, you are encouraged to look within and acknowledge every blessing in your life. With each breath, you turn your attention to the simple yet profound gifts. The gift of being alive, to live another day. The nourishment of food. The companionship of friends. Each thought brings forth a wave of fulfillment, washing over you with a sense of contentment that seems to glow from within. Appreciation for the minute details of existence begins to bud inside you, and you find joy in the mere act of being. You're reminded to cherish these constants and all of the little blessings that often go unnoticed in the rush of daily life. Gratitude becomes a practice, a way of seeing the world with fresh eyes, where everything is a miracle worthy of thanks. In the peaceful sanctuary of the cave, embraced by the sage's gentle teachings, you let these insights settle into your bones, into your soul. The sage's soft voice then speaks of kindness, a simple yet powerful act that binds humanity. You listen, the words settling into your heart. Choose kindness, place others' needs before your own, and perform acts of generosity without expecting anything in return. As the sage speaks, you imagine a world where each individual's actions ripple outward, creating waves of compassion and understanding. Your thoughts turn inward. Acts of kindness become vivid scenes in your mind. Giving up your seat to someone in need, sharing a meal with a stranger, or simply offering a smile to passers-by. Each act is a thread woven into the fabric of a kinder, gentler society. The notion that these deeds could go unnoticed does not lessen their value. Instead, it amplifies the purity of the intent. Now, the sage invites you and Nima to close your eyes and to take part in a special meditation. You happily let your eyelids close, and the world seems to disappear. The silent, blissful darkness cradles you, bringing an immense sense of peace that seems to emanate from the sage's presence. It's as if the very air in the cave has transformed, becoming a blanket of calm that envelops you. May you be happy, the sage begins. The words floating toward you like leaves on a gentle stream. You feel a warmth spreading through your chest, a happiness that transcends circumstance. May you be at peace comes next. And you can almost touch the tranquility that word conjures. May you live with ease, the sage continues. And the knots of daily worries seem to unravel within you. Tension slips away, leaving behind only comfort and a profound sense of well-being. May you be free from suffering. And in this moment, you believe it's possible. Pain and sorrow are distant memories fading fast. May you find joy. A smile curves your lips unconsciously, as if joy has already found a home within you. May your heart be filled with love, and you feel it brimming, spilling over, touching every part of you. May you be free. And freedom becomes not just a concept, but a palpable reality. May your life be blessed with goodness. The words are a caress, a benediction that fills the space around you and infuses your being. You float in this bubble of bliss, buoyed by the sage's wishes, feeling lighter than air, serene and untethered from the world's gravity. Time stretches and bends, irrelevant in this state of grace. In the sage's haven, under his guidance, you find a sanctuary for your spirit, a place where kindness, peace, and love are infinite and ever-present. With your eyes slowly opening, the last gentle echoes of the sage's wishes linger in the air. A sense of clarity and peace washes over you. Inside, there's a stillness, a quiet understanding that fills the spaces between your thoughts. You feel connected, as if roots have grown from the soles of your feet into the earth, grounding you to this moment. Around you, the cave is the same, yet nothing feels the same. Everything seems to hum with a silent harmony. With a deep breath, you rise to your feet alongside Nima, turning towards the sage who has gifted you such profound wisdom. Gratitude swells within your chest. It flows from you as you offer a thank you and a nod, a gesture of heartfelt thanks. Together, you and Nima exit the cave, leaving the sacred space behind. The cool breeze that greets you carries the scent of wildflowers and earth. Your steps are deliberate, mindful of the path that winds through the forest. Each footfall is a connection to the ground, to the life that flourishes around you. The light filters through the leaves in a dance of shadows and sunbeams, painting the forest floor with patches of gold. Birds sing softly, their melodies interweaving with the rustle of the leaves. The world feels alive, pulsing with the same peace and clarity that now fills you. You move with a renewed sense of purpose, a commitment to carry the sage's teachings forward, to live with kindness, to practice gratitude, to offer love freely, to no longer practice comparison. These are the seeds you've been given to sow. And as you walk, each step plants them firmly into the fabric of your life, promising growth, transformation, and an ever-deepening connection to the natural world that cradles you in its embrace. Nima walks beside you in a companionable silence, the shared experience creating a bond beyond words. As the forest begins to clear, you see the jeep waiting. Approaching the vehicle, you carry with you more than just memories. You bring back lessons that seem to have etched themselves into your very being. Climbing into the jeep, the seats greet you with familiarity, but you are not the same person who left them behind. The drive back is peaceful, the engine's steady hum a backdrop to your contemplative state. The landscape unfolds before you, unchanged in appearance, yet somehow different to your enlightened sight. As the journey continues, the sage's words are your companions, whispering encouragement and offering solace. You realize that the road ahead is not just a path back to where you began, but a route to new destinations shaped by love, kindness, and the profound sense of gratitude that now fills your heart. As you approach another village, the jeep rolls to a gentle stop. You step out, and the village unfolds before you in a lively dance of everyday charm. Sunlight bathes the scene, casting a warm glow over the local people who are immersed in their daily rituals, unbothered by your quiet arrival. Around you, the village buzzes with activity. Men and women move with purpose, their hands skillfully engaged in craft and trade. The scent of baked bread and simmering stews wafts through the air, mingling with the earthy fragrance of firewood and livestock. Your senses are greeted by the rich tapestry of life here, every detail painting a vibrant picture of self-sufficiency and harmony. Your gaze follows the shepherds as they weave through the maze of stone houses, guiding mules and yaks with an effortless command. These sturdy creatures, muscles rippling beneath their thick coats, navigate the uneven paths with sure-footed grace. There's a quiet strength in the way the shepherds communicate with their animals, a language shaped by the rugged terrain and the necessity of mutual respect. You watch captivated as the mules bear the weight of heavy loads, their endurance vital to the village's survival. Similarly, the yaks move with a dignified bearing, their long hair brushing against the ground, a testament to their resilience in the face of the Himalayan elements. In this village, where life thrives amidst the simplicity, you find yourself rooted in the moment. Your eyes are drawn to a circle of children, their laughter bubbling up like a mountain stream. They chase one another in a game as timeless as the hills surrounding them. Small feet patter on the dirt, kicking up clouds that catch the light. The joy on their faces is infectious, and for a moment, you feel lighter, carried away by their innocent merriment. The children's play weaves a symphony of giggles and shouts, punctuated by the rhythmic thumps of a ball being kicked. A young girl with braids flying behind her scores a makeshift goal, prompting cheers from her friends. Their happiness is simple, pure, untouched by the complexities of the world beyond these mountains. It's as if their laughter has the power to erase worry, inviting you into a space where the present moment is all that matters. The sun, high and clear, bathes the village in a gentle warmth as you walk among the locals. Their simple homes, made of stone and wood, stand sturdy against the backdrop of the majestic mountains. Gardens bloom with vibrant colors beside each dwelling, a testament to the care and attention the villagers lavish upon their small patches of earth. You observe with a sense of quiet admiration how contentment is woven into the very fabric of their day-to-day life. A woman kneads dough with practiced hands, her smile serene. Children chase chickens in playful circles, their giggles carrying on the breeze. Men repair tools and mend fences, their movements sure and steady. Each task, no matter how small, is carried out with a presence of mind that speaks of a deep-rooted satisfaction in life's simplicities. Here in this village, cradled by the Himalayas, life unfolds at an unhurried pace. Each day, a testament to the enduring rhythms of nature and nurture. You feel a profound appreciation for the lessons of simplicity and the undeniable richness found in a life lived close to the heart of what truly matters. As the sun begins its descent behind the grandeur of the mountains, painting the sky with hues of amber and lavender, you feel a gentle nudge from Nima. With a reassuring smile, she motions for you to follow, leading the way toward your haven for the night, a beautifully crafted hut. The Jeep driver walks a step behind you, carrying your belongings and the shared anticipation of restful hours ahead. Your feet crunch softly on the path, each step taking you closer to the retreat that awaits, nestled within the arms of the surrounding peaks. Before you, the hut emerges, as if part of the landscape itself. Its wooden walls hold stories of countless travelers who have sought refuge under its roof. The structure exudes a rustic but homey charm, with stone foundations grounding it firmly amidst wildflowers and whispering grasses. The windows, framed by aged timber, reflect the golden light of the setting sun, inviting you closer to discover the secrets held within. You pause for a moment, drinking in the sight of this mountain sanctuary. The wood used to craft the hut blends seamlessly with the towering trees that stand guard around it, their branches swaying gently in the cool breeze. Moss clings to the shingles of the sloping roof, a testament to the harmony between human creation and nature's embrace. A small chimney peaks above, promising warmth and comfort inside. Nima stops beside you, allowing you to savor the tranquility of the scene. The air here is crisp, filled with the fragrance of pine and earth, a soothing balm to the senses after the day's journey. The very sight of the hut, so perfectly at home in its mountain cradle, kindles a flame of contentment in your chest, a prelude to the peaceful evening that lies ahead. Stepping through the threshold of the hut, you immediately feel the shift from the crisp mountain air to an embrace of warmth that seems to welcome you home. The scent of pine wood is ever so gently layered in the atmosphere, a natural perfume that is both grounding and refreshing. You hear the soft crackling of the fireplace, a soothing symphony of pops and hisses that promises comfort and warmth. The golden glow from the flames dances across the walls, casting a tranquil light that beckons you further into the heart of this mountain sanctuary. Nima, with a calm and assuring presence, motions toward a simple yet thoughtfully arranged corner where the driver stores your belongings. There's a sense of order here, a place for everything, allowing you to shed the weight of your journey and surrender any lingering tension. This nook, carefully set apart from the living space, signifies a transition. Here, the outside world begins to fade, and the serene mountain life takes precedence. As you place one of your bags down with a gentle thud, you feel the last remnants of the day's travels dissolve as you ease into the rhythm of this peaceful retreat. With your belongings now resting securely in their nook, you turn to fully embrace the interior of the hut. Your gaze sweeps across the space, taking in the spotless wooden floors that seem to glow under the soft lighting hanging delicately from the ceiling. Shadows and light play in harmony, creating a soothing visual lullaby for your eyes. The sleeping arrangements are a promise of restful slumber. Plush beds with thick, inviting quilts folding neatly at the foot, each one like a cloud waiting to cradle you into dreams. The linens are crisp and white, contrasted against the dark wood of the handcrafted bed frames. You note the simple elegance in the design. Nothing too elaborate, yet every detail meticulously chosen to provide comfort and aesthetic pleasure. Unique features catch your attention. A small shelf filled with well-loved books, their spines creased from countless adventures in the hands of previous visitors. A hand-woven rug lies at the center of the room, patterns swirling in colors that echo the mountain flowers blooming outside. Everything here tells a story of care and hospitality, whispering an invitation to let go of all worries and be present in the tranquility of this retreat. There's a special book on the desk that Nima asks you to sign. It's a book where every visitor signs their name and town and country of origin and the date in which they visited, along with a brief message for future visitors. You sign the book and take the opportunity to forward a message of loving kindness given to you by the sage, passing it on to future visitors who would read your message. After reading more messages that former visitors wrote in the book, Nima senses your readiness to unwind further and gestures towards two cushioned armchairs nestled by the fireplace. The flames crackle as you sink into the chair. The fabric is soft against your skin, and the warmth from the fire seeps into your bones. This cozy corner beckons you to release the day's memories and simply be here, warmed by the fire, soothed by the gentle flicker of light, and enfolded in the serene ambiance of the mountain hut. Relaxation deepens with every breath as you let the comfort of the space embrace you. The outside world fading to a distant thought, leaving only the here and now. The soft murmur of the burning logs is a lullaby, inviting you to close your eyes, even if just for a moment, and savor the stillness that surrounds you. The gentle warmth of the fire still lingers on your skin as you rise from the armchair and drift towards the window. Outside, nature's canvas stretches before you. A calm expanse of mountains silhouetted against the soft pastel sky of dusk. The setting sun dips behind the peaks, painting the world in a tranquil blend of purples and oranges. You watch as shadows gently dance across the snow-capped summits, creating a harmonious contrast with the fading light. Your gaze is drawn a brief distance from your hut, where a river weaves through the landscape like a ribbon of silver, reflecting the last kisses of sunlight. Trees stand tall and steady, their branches swaying ever so slightly in the evening breeze. The scene is a masterpiece of serenity. As you stand there, lost in the beauty of the great outdoors, you hear the subtle sounds of Nima moving in the background. The clink of pots and pans carries softly in the air, harmonizing with the natural symphony outside. It's a reminder of the meal to come, and your senses begin to heighten in quiet anticipation. Nima, focused and fluid in movement, prepares the evening's feast with ingredients that boast the freshness of the surrounding land. The aroma of herbs fills the hut, mingling with the earthy scent of pine wood. It's comforting, like a familiar embrace, promising a meal that is both nourishing and grounding. You inhale deeply, letting the scents guide your imagination to what lies ahead. A table laden with dishes crafted from the heart, each bite a celebration of the local harvest. The simplicity of the moment, enriched by the pure, clean air of the mountains, instills a profound sense of gratitude for the natural abundance that awaits. Tonight, under the vast canopy of stars that will soon reveal themselves, you'll savor flavors as rich and deep as the landscape itself. This anticipation of a meal prepared with such care adds another layer to the tapestry of contentment that has enveloped you since your arrival at this mountain sanctuary. As you savor the meal, the conversation flows naturally, quietly. You share tales of the day's trek, of the wildlife spotted along the path, the way the clouds hung low, caressing the peaks with their misty touch. Nima nods, her eyes reflecting an understanding of the mountain's language, one she has been fluent in since childhood. With a gentle gesture, Nima points to the walls of the hut, drawing your attention to the craftsmanship. She explains without rush or need for embellishment how the huts are built using techniques passed down through generations. You learn of stones sourced from the riverbeds, smoothed by time and water, forming sturdy foundations. The wooden beams overhead, each one hewn from the forest with respect, bear the marks of axes guided by skilled hands. You listen, your mind painting images of these structures rising from the earth, created not to conquer the landscape, but to coexist with it. Timber interlocks with stone, and roofs of thatched grass blend into the hills, a testament to the wisdom of builders who sought harmony over domination. The huts, Nima tells you with a quiet pride, are more than shelters. They are tributes to the mountains, offerings of gratitude for the protection and bounty they provide. The meal continues, unhurried, as does the exchange of knowledge, a gift that nourishes much like the food on your plate. As you absorb the history embedded in the very walls around you, you can't help but feel a part of something greater, a story that reaches far beyond the confines of the cozy hut and deep into the heart of the Himalayas. With the final bite of your meal, you savor the taste of spices and herbs that seem to hold the very essence of the mountains. Nima, with a gentle gesture, suggests stepping outside to enjoy the evening's tranquility by the river. The atmosphere inside the hut has been one of warmth and fellowship, but the allure of crisp outdoor air is enticing. You rise from the table, feeling the soft give of the wooden floor beneath your feet, and make your way to the door. As it creaks open, a cool breeze greets you, fresh with the scent of pine and earth. You step out into the fading light, where the sky paints itself in strokes of pink and orange above the silhouette of the towering peaks. Before you, the river runs, a silvery ribbon unwinding through the valley. Its melody is a soft murmur against the hush of twilight. Nima leads you to a campsite set up near its banks, where comfortable chairs invite you to sit and unwind. Plush cushions cradle you as you settle down, the day's adventures dissolving like mist over water. The stars begin to emerge, shy at first, then growing bolder as the sky deepens to a rich indigo. Nima tends to a fire that crackles merrily. its glow a dance of light against the encroaching night. The warmth from the flames is soothing, and you feel yourself sinking deeper into relaxation with each flicker and spark. Around you, the nocturnal chorus of the mountains begins, a symphony of crickets and the distant call of a night bird. The sounds mingle with the rhythmic rush of the river, creating a lullaby that seems composed just for you. You breathe deeply, letting the pure mountain air fill your lungs. And with each exhalation, any remnants of weariness are carried away on the wind. Nima sits quietly nearby, respecting the serenity of the moment. Together, in companionable silence, you watch the tapestry of stars unfold overhead. Peace settles over the campsite, and you find yourself enveloped in the profound beauty of the Himalayan night. In this place, where the world feels ancient and time moves differently, you are reminded of the simple joys, the comfort of a good meal, the wonder of nature, and the pleasure of good company. Here by the river, under the vast canopy of the heavens, you are content, embraced by the mountains and the quiet majesty of the earth. You settle further into the big cushioned chair, its plush fabric embracing you like a warm hug. The chair is so large and inviting that your entire body relaxes, sinking into the softness. Above you, a rustic awning stretches out, adorned with a string of dim lights that cast a gentle, ambient glow over the campsite. Around the perimeter, torches stand sentry in the ground, their flames flickering in a dance choreographed by the evening breeze. The fire before you crackles merrily, its cozy warmth radiating outwards, caressing your cheeks with soothing heat. It's a luxurious campsite indeed, and you feel utterly safe and relaxed here. In the company of Nima and the Jeep driver, there's a sense of camaraderie and peace as you all share in the beauty of the wilderness in front of the tranquil river. As the night sky opens up to reveal a canvas of darkness, punctuated by countless stars, you gaze upward and take in the beauty of the stars. Their brilliance casts a magical glow upon the campsite, transforming the ordinary into something extraordinary. The stars above seem to shimmer. Here, under the celestial display, the worries of the world fade away. You are present, centered, surrounded by the comfort of nature and the quiet companionship of your fellow travelers. You take in the moment, the majesty of the night sky above, and the hushed whispers of the river beside you, feeling content in a way that only such untouched beauty can inspire. You feel the warmth of the campfire on your skin, the gentle flicker of its flames, a silent invitation to stay and listen as Nima begins to share the secrets of the Himalayas. The rivers here, she explains, in soft tones that weave through the crackling of the fire, are born from ancient glaciers. Their icy cradles high above in the mountain sanctuaries. These waters, ever flowing and pure, are more than just streams. They are sacred threads that stitch together the fabric of many cultures, revered for their life-giving properties and spiritual significance. As you listen, you lean back into the plush embrace of the cushioned chair, feeling each word of Nima's narrative deepen your connection with this place. Her knowledge, rich and inviting as the landscape itself, paints pictures in your mind of pilgrims and adventurers who have been drawn to these rivers across the ages, seeking blessings or simply marveling at the raw beauty of nature's artistry. Inhaling deeply, the air fills your lungs with the freshness only found at this altitude. It's an elixir of pine and earth, a scent unattained by the rush of modern life. You can almost taste the greenery around you, the whispers of forests that have stood watch over these mountains for millennia. With every breath, a sense of rejuvenation sweeps through you, as if the very essence of the Himalayas is granting you new energy, new life. You let the coolness of the night mingle with the warmth from the fire, a perfect balance that seems to reflect the harmony of the natural world. Here, embraced by comfort and lulled by Nima's tranquil voice, you find yourself more attuned to the wonders of the earth than ever before. As the twilight deepens, Nima, with a gesture as gentle as the evening breeze, directs your gaze to the silhouettes of the mountains against the darkening sky. They stand stoic and magnificent. You can't help but be in awe of their sheer presence. The moonlight draws out the contours of these colossal forms, sketching them in shades of ink and shadow. There's something humbling about their size, something that makes you feel both small and part of something much larger at the same time. The sight anchors you to this moment, to the beauty of a world untouched by the hands of time. Your eyes wander from peak to peak, tracing the jagged skyline until they meet the shimmering stars above. It feels as if the mountains themselves have summoned these celestial lights to watch over the campsite, adding to the magic of the night. With the stars as your canopy, you find the forest around you coming alive with its own nocturnal symphony. Leaves rustle softly, a natural lullaby carried on the cool mountain air. The rhythm is calming, almost intentional, as if each leaf were a note in the earth's quiet melody. You close your eyes, letting the sound envelop you. It mingles with the distant calls of creatures hidden in the darkness. A hoot of an owl, the chirp of a cricket, creating a soothing serenade. Your breathing slows, your body relaxes, and for a moment, the rest of the world fades away. You are here, in the embrace of the Himalayas, cradled by the sounds of the night, completely at peace. You reach for the warm blanket nestled beside you. its soft fibers inviting to the touch. With a gentle tug, it unravels, large enough to engulf you in its comforting embrace. You wrap it around your shoulders, feeling an immediate barrier against the cool mountain breeze that playfully attempts to sneak through the fabric. It's like being cocooned by a protective layer, a shield from the night's chill that allows you to lean back into the cushioned chair with ease. The chair cradles you just right, as if it were made for moments like these, moments of pure relaxation. You let out a contented sigh, sinking deeper into its plush confines. Your thoughts, which once raced like the rivers below, now begin to drift away, flowing gently and unhurriedly. The mental noise of the day quiets down, replaced by a tranquil stillness within. With each breath, you become more attuned to the simple pleasures around you. The fire, just a few steps away, crackles with life. Each spark that jumps from the log is a mini dance of light, mesmerizing in its erratic yet graceful performance. The soft flicker casts a warm golden hue across the campsite, touching everything with a comforting glow. The flames weave shadows that play across your face, a delicate dance that feels personal, as if the fire itself is acknowledging your presence. In this cozy and intimate atmosphere, there's an unspoken invitation to savor the moment, to cherish the peace that wraps around you, as tangible as the blanket on your shoulders. Your heart swells with a sense of contentment so profound, it seems to sync with the rhythm of the natural world around you. Here, embraced by warmth and lulled by the serenity of the Himalayan night, you find a happiness that's as simple as it is profound. And for a while, you simply are present, at peace, and filled with gratitude for the magic of this place. The night deepens around you, and with each passing moment, your eyelids grow heavier, a testament to the day's adventures and the serene environment that cradles you now. The cushioned chair beneath you feels more like a cloud than an object, its softness inviting your body to sink further into complete relaxation. You let out a slow, steady breath, feeling the weight of wakefulness gently lift from your shoulders. The tranquility of the Himalayan wilderness whispers to you, promising rest and renewal. You are ready to let go, to allow the embrace of sleep to hold you in its comforting arms. The river, a constant companion since your arrival at this beautiful campsite, murmurs in the background. Its soothing sounds mingle with the cool mountain breeze that caresses your face. A delicate dance between the elements of water and air. These natural lullabies, along with the warmth radiating from the glowing embers of the fire, create a cocoon of serenity around you. Your breathing falls into rhythm with the gentle flow of the river. It slows, deepens, becoming a silent echo of the water's unhurried journey downstream. Each inhalation draws in the purity of the mountain air, and every exhalation releases the last remnants of tension from your body. In the periphery, the fire continues to crackle softly, a low and friendly sound that assures you of its presence. The warmth reaches out, touching your skin lightly, just enough to ward off the night's chill, without dispelling the refreshing coolness of the breeze. This harmony of nature's elements, the calming river, the tender breeze, the protective fire, weaves together to prepare you for a restful sleep. Your mind, once filled with the day's thoughts, finds stillness now. It becomes as smooth and undisturbed as the surface of the river under the moon's gentle gaze. With each moment, your body grows more tranquil, more attuned to the peace that envelops you. And as you lean back, wrapped in the warm embrace of your blanket, you surrender to the night, ready to drift into the deepest, most peaceful sleep.